very good evening and welcome to the news tonight. I'm Tracy Shilshi taking you through the day's top stories. Let's start with the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Astana for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. The two-day meet will see India become a full member of the organization along with Pakistan. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and other opposition leaders are detained by the Madhya Pradesh police. Curfew is relaxed in violence-hit Mandsaur district as Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan calls for talks with the protesting farmers. The International Court of Justice to further discuss the procedure in Kulbhushan Jadhav's case with both India and Pakistan, meeting to decide dates for subsequent hearings and submissions of documents. And voting begins in the United Kingdom. 46 million voters cast their ballot amid tight security. Early polls aimed at securing strong mandate for the winning party to conduct Brexit negotiations. And the big story in sports, Rohan Bopanna wins his maiden Grand Slam title, lifts the French Open mixed doubles trophy with partner Gabriela Dabrowski, beating Colombia's Robert Farah and Germany's Annalena Gronfeld. Our top story this evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday arrived in Kazakhstan to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. India and Pakistan are all set to become full members of the SCO at the two-day summit. Along the sidelines of the summit, in fact, Modi is also expected to meet a number of foreign leaders, including Chinese President Xi Jinping. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving in Astana for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. The two-day meeting will see India become a full member of the organization in the capital city of Kazakhstan. As a member of the SCO, India will be able to play a major role in addressing the threat of terrorism in the region. It will also gain greater access to major oil and gas exploration projects in Central Asia. The SCO is being increasingly seen as a counterweight to NATO. PM Modi also held bilateral talks with Kazakhstan President Nursultan Nazarbayev. The discussions are aimed at boosting ties in trade and commerce, education, tourism and other sectors. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is also attending the event, where his country will also gain full member status. The summit will mark one of the rare times when India and Pakistan will conduct a joint military exercise along with other SCO countries that include China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. These military exercises are required once any country joins the body. On Friday evening, Modi will attend the World Expo 2017, an international expo in Astana. A meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping is also scheduled to take place on Friday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. The International Court of Justice will today discuss the further procedure in the Kulbhushan Jadhav case with both India and Pakistan. Agents from both the countries will discuss the future proceedings in the case with the court's president Ronnie Abraham. India will be represented by Deepak Mittal, while Pakistan will be led by its Attorney General Ashtar Asif Ali. During the meeting, the dates for subsequent hearings and submission of documents related to the case India has brought against Pakistan will be discussed. Pakistan is also likely to indicate its intention to nominate an ad hoc judge for the case. Last month, the ICJ had restrained Pakistan from executing Jadhav, who had been convicted of espionage and sentenced to death by a Pakistani military court. In national news, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and other opposition leaders were today detained by the police when they tried to enter Madhya Pradesh with a group of Congress supporters. Meanwhile, curfew was relaxed in the violence-hit Mandsaur district, even as State Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that his government was open for a dialogue with the protesting farmers. Here's a complete report on the farmers' agitation. Madhya Pradesh police detained Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Digvijay Singh along with JDU's Sharad Yadav on Thursday. Hundreds of Congress workers led by Sachin Pilot and Madhya Pradesh legislator Jayawardhan Singh also courted arrest in support of the farmers' agitation in the state.
इसीलिए आए हैं, हिंदुस्तान भर का किसान तंग और तबाह है। जो बर्बर लाठीचार्ज हुआ है, गोली चली है, उन किसानों को कंसोल करने, उनकी मांग के साथ खड़ा होने के लिए हम योग यहाँ आए हैं। हमारा और कोई मकसद नहीं है, लेकिन हम लोग 3 लोग थे, हमने कोई किसी तरह का कानून नहीं तोड़ा, तब भी ये लोग हमको जाने नहीं दे रहे, हमको रोके हुए हैं।
शिवराज सिंह सरकार ने जिस तरीके से अत्याचार करके कल मंदसौर में 6 किसानों को मार डाला है, उसके विरोध में और उनके परिवार को सांत्वना देने के लिए हम राहुल गांधी जी और उदयलाल जी अन्ना के नेतृत्व में यहाँ इकट्ठे हुए हैं। और अगर मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार मध्य प्रदेश की सीमा में जाने से हमें रोकेगी तो हम ईंट से ईंट बजा देंगे, लेकिन राहुल जी को उन दुखी व्यक्तियों के परिवार से मिलने से रोकने नहीं देंगे।
किसानों के साथ अत्याचार हो रहा, अनीति हो रही। आज व्यापारियों के साथ होगा तो व्यापारी रोड पे नहीं आएंगे, अभी जीएसटी आएगा व्यापारी रोड पे आएंगे, क्योंकि किसानों गरीब है, उनकी कोई सुन नहीं रहा, उनके साथ कोई खड़ा हुआ नहीं है, तो तुम उन पर गोलियां चला रहे हो। गोली चलाने से हल नहीं होगा। शिवराज सिंह चौहान को कायदे से कल वहाँ पिपलिया मंडी या गोलीकांड हुआ आना चाहिए था, किसानों की बात सुननी थी। अब तुम सोच रहे हो आएगा धमाल हो जाएगी, तुम्हारी फोर्स क्या कर रही है?
The Congress Vice President blamed Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the worsening situation in the state. Holding the centre and the Madhya Pradesh government responsible for the deaths of farmers in Mandsaur, Rahul Gandhi said that the Prime Minister found it fit to waive off loans of the country's rich but not its farmers.
आपको अरेस्ट किया राहुल जी, क्या कह रहे, क्यों अरेस्ट किया? कोई कारण नहीं दिया, ये कहा कि हम आपको अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में भी यही किया, अब मध्य प्रदेश में किया। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हिंदुस्तान के सबसे अमीर लोगों का 1,50,000 करोड़ रुपया माफ किया है। किसानों का माफ नहीं कर सकते, किसानों को सही रेट नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को बोनस नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को मुआवजा नहीं दे सकते, किसान को सिर्फ गोली दे सकते हैं, गोली।
7 cases were lodged on Thursday and 62 people were detained in connection with the agitation and violence hit Mandsaur. The centre rushed in 1,100 personnel of Rapid Action Force to the state, where farmers are holding protests for loan waivers and better crop prices. State Home Minister Bhupendra Singh admitted that 5 farmers were killed in police firing days after he denied it.
देखिए, जिन 5 किसानों की मृत्यु हुई है, वह पुलिस की गोली से ही मृत्यु हुई है। ये जांच में स्पष्ट प्रारंभिक जांच में स्पष्ट हुआ है और घटना दुखद है।
The state government tried to cool tempers by announcing measures including a loan settlement scheme. The scheme will cover 6 lakh farmers with accumulated dues of 6,000 crore rupees. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan announced that his government was open for dialogue with the farmers.
एक नहीं अनेकों फैसले अभी हमने किसानों के हितों के लिए लिए हैं। समस्या के समाधान के लिए बातचीत के माध्यम से मैं सदैव प्रस्तुत हूं। चर्चा करके समस्याओं का समाधान हो सकता है, लेकिन कुछ अराजक तत्व प्रदेश को हिंसा की आग में झोंकना चाहते हैं, उनसे हम सख्ती से निपटेंगे। उनके मंसूबे कामयाब ना होने दें, शांति बहाली में सहयोग करेंगे।
Maharashtra is also witnessing a parallel farmers' agitation. On Thursday, the protests turned grim when a cultivator allegedly committed suicide in Solapur district. The victim, Dhanaji Jadhav, reportedly left a suicide note that said that his body should not be cremated until the chief minister met the farmers' demands. The 45-year-old farmer had a debt of around 60,000 rupees and had taken loans from private lenders. In Mandsaur in Madhya Pradesh, curfew was relaxed for 2 hours initially for women and children up to the age of 10 years. As the situation improved, authorities extended the relaxation for all. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. An infiltration bid has been foiled in Nogam sector in Kupwara district in Jammu and Kashmir. 1 soldier lost his life while 3 terrorists were killed. 2 soldiers were also injured in the attack. This is the second successful anti-infiltration operation by the army in the last 24 hours in North Kashmir. On Wednesday, 3 terrorists were killed in a gun battle in the district. Meanwhile, army has said that 4 infiltration bids aided by Pakistani forces were foiled along the LOC in North Kashmir in the last 48 hours, in which 7 terrorists have been killed. Turning our focus away now, Delhi witnessed light rain today that brought down temperatures in the city. The national capital recorded a maximum temperature of 47 degrees last Sunday, the hottest this year. The pre-monsoon showers in Delhi and adjoining areas were attributed to western disturbances over Jammu and Kashmir and are predicted to continue for the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, Hyderabad recorded 108 millimeters of rainfall in June against the normal rainfall average of 111.2 millimeters, bringing the mercury down considerably. Monsoon remained weak of the northeastern parts of the country, while Goa, coastal Maharashtra, Telangana and West Madhya Pradesh witnessed heavy rainfall in the last 24 hours.
मानसून आने तक तो ये गर्मी का एपोक्स आते जाते रहेंगे, यही नहीं पूरा उत्तर भारत में रहेंगे, बिहार और यूपी में मानसून आने तक। सो नॉर्मली 30 दिन लगता है केरल में दक्षिण पश्चिमी मानसून प्रवेश करने के बाद। अभी 10 दिन हुई है प्रवेश होकर और 20 दिन के अंतराल में दिल्ली तक पहुंचने की पूरी आसार है।
Where we're getting you more updates from Madhya Pradesh and also the rest of the country now in Nationwide. The death toll in MP's cracker factory fire climbed to 25 on Thursday. Initial investigations show that intense heat caused a spark during the cracker assembling in Balaghat factory, which caused the fire. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has announced a compensation of 2 lakh rupees each to the next of kin of the deceased. A magisterial inquiry has been ordered into the incident. UP police on Thursday arrested the main Saharanpur violence case, Bhim Army Chief Chandrasekhar. The accused was nabbed from Dalhousie area of Himachal Pradesh. Chandrasekhar was carrying a reward of 12,000 rupees on his head. One person was killed and several others injured in a clash that took place between two communities at Saharanpur's Shabbirpur village on the 5th of May. BJP President Amit Shah arrived in Raipur on Thursday on a 3-day visit. Shah will hold talks with party leaders and also guide them on ways to strengthen the party's agenda ahead of next year's Chhattisgarh Assembly polls and also the 2019 general elections. A roadmap for the forthcoming elections is also likely to be drafted. Operations to clear the snow en route to Amarnath Yatra are still on. Close to 500 workers are working to clear the 32-kilometer-long route between Chandanwari and the Amarnath Shrine. Thousands of devotees from across the world visit the holy cave of Amarnath every year. The pilgrimage to the holy cave shrine will start on the 29th of July. The Kerala Assembly on Thursday resisted the centre's ban on sale of cattle for slaughter in the animal market and termed it a fascist move. During the one-day session, both the ruling LDF and opposition UDF joined hands against the ban as an infringement on the rights of people on the choice of their food habits. The House also passed a resolution asking the centre to withdraw the notification. With that, a quick break here. Up next, the top international stories.
The story we thought we knew. The story of magnificence. The story of bloody battles. Of those who ruled and those who left their footprints. The story charting the course of our past. Talking history on Rajya Sabha TV.
Misty valleys, foaming rivers. Perched atop all these is Cherrapunji, also known as Sohra or Churra, which means the land of oranges. Year-round rain had once placed Cherrapunji in the record books as the wettest place on earth. Today, climactic changes have pushed it out of the top wet slot. But Cherrapunji continues to retain its pristine features. These perpetual clouds and the all-pervasive mists.
This is Kibutu in Arunachal Pradesh, East Point East on the map of India. Kibutu is dangerously close to the Chinese pressure point. We see first-hand and unseen areas of sand dunes and see how BSF is guarding this difficult territory along the Indo-Pak borderline. We are now slowly entering into the interior-most parts of the Sir-Creek area. Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force justifies each word of this saying. Watch super exclusive episodes of National Security series only on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. Let's now get you that big sports story for India. Rohan Bopanna won his maiden Grand Slam title today by clinching the French Open mixed doubles trophy with partner Gabriela Dabrowski. Bopanna and Dabrowski beat Colombia's Robert Farah and Germany's Annalena Gronfeld 2-6, 6-2, 12-10. The 7 seeds staged a comeback after losing the opening set. After winning the second set, Bopanna and Dabrowski clinched the match tie-break 12-10. This was only the second time in his career that Bopanna had reached the summit clash of a Grand Slam. He's also now the 4th Indian to win a Grand Slam title after Leander Paes, Mahesh Bhupathi and Sania Mirza. Bopanna was the lone Indian to survive in this tournament this year after the exits of Paes and Sania. Now to international news, and voting has begun for the historic and decisive election in the United Kingdom 3 years ahead of schedule called by Prime Minister Theresa May 52 days ago. 46 million eligible voters will cast their ballot amid tight security following the 2 terror attacks in Manchester and London. Theresa May called for early elections in April to seek stronger mandate for Brexit.
Voting opened in the United Kingdom early on Thursday in the snap polls called by Prime Minister Theresa May. Over 46 million people, including an estimated 1.5 million Indian origin electors, will vote in the 4th major polls in the country in 3 years. The early elections are aimed at winning a strong mandate for the Brexit negotiations that were set in motion after the 2014 Scottish independence referendum, the 2015 general elections and the 2016 Brexit vote. May called elections 3 years early in the backdrop of tough negotiations with the European Union over Britain's exit from the 28-member bloc. On Thursday, May and Labour Party rival Jeremy Corbyn were among the first voters. Police security is tight in polling booths following 2 major terrorist attacks during the election campaign.
Thank you very much, all of you, for coming here today. It's a day of our democracy. I've just voted. I'm very proud of our campaign. Thank you very much.
We can choose to say the task ahead is too great. We can choose to turn our face to the past and believe it can't be done. Or we can look forward with optimism and hope and to believe in the enduring power of the British spirit. I choose to believe in Britain and that our best days lie ahead. And I do so because I'm confident that we have the vision and the plan to use this moment to build a better Britain.
Terror attacks in Manchester and London disrupted the campaign twice. Latest exit polls show that May's initial considerable lead over the Labour Party has now reduced to only 44% compared to Corbyn's 34%. The Conservative Party holds 330 out of the 650 seats in the House of Commons, while the Labour Party holds 329. The winning party needs to cross the 326 MP mark to form a majority government.
Only in the sense that having had a referendum that says we leave, everyone is now screaming it must be rigged. So if we don't leave, presumably it's also rigged.
Jeremy Corbyn is fair, honest, brilliant. He cares about everybody.
Think about Brexit, the environment, the economy as well, inequality, things like that. Really easy. There's no one that I really wanted to vote for, but in the end it was quite easy.
Initial election trends are expected before midnight, with the final election result being declared by Friday afternoon. Britain last voted in a general election in 2015 when then Prime Minister David Cameron won a majority with 331 MPs for the Conservative Party. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And now to the US, where fired FBI Director James Comey will begin testifying before the Congress later tonight. In his opening statement before the testimony, Comey has alleged that he was asked by Trump to drop the probe against former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. However, experts believe the statement could be seen as obstruction of justice.
US President Donald Trump faces his most challenging day in office yet, with James Comey preparing to tell the Congress how Trump took inappropriate action related to the FBI's Rajya probe. This will be Comey's first appearance on Capitol Hill since he was fired as FBI director by the president.
There are starting points for questions about obstruction of justice, but in the actual document, I don't think it spells out that there's the evidence on the elements of it. And that's because in order to show obstruction of justice, they have to show more than President Trump was sort of meddling inappropriately in the FBI's contemplated investigation. Technically, under our federal laws, obstruction of justice would only apply if there were, for example, an ongoing grand jury investigation, and Trump was intentionally, willfully, maliciously trying to interfere with that, or if he tried to bribe someone.
When Comey appears before the Senate Intelligence Committee, he will describe how Trump demanded loyalty in a private meeting 4 months before he was fired. Comey is also expected to say that he found the president's request very concerning. When firing Comey, the White House had said that it was done because of the way he handled the probe into Hillary Clinton's private email server. This was contradicted by Trump, however, who said he fired Comey because of his handling of the Rajya probe.
I have engaged in the process of drafting articles of impeachment. My articles of impeachment are being reviewed.
The standard for high crimes and misdemeanors has been met. And I think that will be further confirmed when we hear Comey testify in person tomorrow.
You know, for a party that likes to attack anyone else, Democrats, humanitarians, etc., for wanting to play the victim card, there's no one playing that more than the President of the United States. And whatever attribute of character that makes him behave the way he does is not going to stop, and likely will get worse with the pressure of the job.
Republicans, however, question why Comey did not raise alarms earlier. But Comey's testimony puts pressure on Trump, whose presidency has been overshadowed by allegations that Moscow helped him win last year's election. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here's a look at more from across the world in Global Buzz. The Pakistan Army on Thursday said that it has dismantled terror group Islamic State's infrastructure in Balochistan province and has killed 12 terrorists. The security forces had conducted an operation in Mastung area of the province from the 1st to the 3rd of June on actionable intelligence, said an army statement, releasing details of the 3-day-long operation. The forces destroyed a bomb-making facility inside a cave and recovered huge cache of arms and ammunition. A blast struck the premises of the United States Embassy in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev on Thursday. There were no casualties or immediate reports of damage within the embassy premises, though. Police are treating the incident as a suspected terrorist attack. Myanmar's military said that it has found the wreckage of a plane in the Andaman Sea that went missing on Wednesday with around 120 people on board. 9 Navy ships and 3 Air Force planes had been dispatched in a desperate search for the aircraft. More than half of the passengers were from military families, including 15 children, along with 35 soldiers and 14 crew members. The death toll in the Tehran attack rose to 16 on Thursday. The capital city of Iran was attacked in a first-ever assault by the Islamic State on Wednesday. The group of 4 people equipped with arms and ammunition opened fire in the building of the Iranian parliament with a subsequent explosion. Another attack involving an explosion took place near the Imam Khomeini shrine. That's all we have for you in the news tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.